adventure in the continuing saga of nomenclature. So we are going to deal with covalent compounds at this point. All right, so we're going to go from the formula to the name for covalent compounds with the fan club in the background. All right, so again, covalent compounds are binary compounds between two nonmetals. The formula will tell you the name. We use prefixes for the first, prefix for the second, and we need the suffix "ide." All right, prefixes are mono, di, tri, tetra, and all that. Those are the subscripts. We typically don't write mono for the first. So you wouldn't say monocarbon, for example. But this is carbon and one oxygen, carbon monoxide. Sulfur and 6 chlorines, sulfur hexachloride. 2 nitrogens, 3 oxygens, dinitrogen, trioxide. These are the easiest. All right, so hit pause. Try these on your own. And you're back from pause. I'm not going to hit the answer button, but carbon dioxide, phosphorus trichloride, dinitrogen monoxide. So we do say mono for the second. All right, so that's covalent. They're the easiest. All right, the last part is nomenclature of acids, going from the formula to the name of the acid. So again, we know it's an acid because it begins with H. Again, if the acid, it's just 2 elements, it's going to be hydro. Binary acids begin with hydro. Anything else, we don't use that hydro prefix. So again, binary acids, only 2 elements. We're going to use hydro. Right? If it's not binary, we don't do that. That's the ate, ick, us thing. My goodness, those dogs. All right, so again, for binary acids, it's this formula is going to look like this, HX. So it's hydroxic acid, so the suffix becomes ic. So HCl, hydrochloric acid. All right, you can try these on your own. Hit pause. And you're back from pause. All right, so that's fluorine, fluoric, hydrofluoric. Iodine, iodic, hydroiodic acid. Don't forget the word acid. That's selenium, so hydroselenic acid. Piece of cake, right? Last ones are the oxyacids, any acid that is not binary. So you're going to see hydrogen and a polyatomic ion. So again, the easiest thing to do, put your hand over the H, name the ion, and then if the ion ends in ate, the acid will be ic. If the ion ends in ite, the acid ends in us. So for example, HClO3, cover the H, that's chlorate. Chlorate, therefore chloric. Note the difference between chloric and hydrochloric. Hydrochloric would not have the oxygen. Right? Cover the H, that's chlorite, chlorite, chlorus. All right, so again, H2SO4, that's sulfate, so sulfuric. Again, why isn't it sulfic? I don't know. Just don't know. Right, HClO, so you just do the best you can with little things like that. HClO, cover the H. ClO is hypochlorite, not hydro, hypo. Okay, hypochlorite, that's the name of the ion, so you can look it up. Again, ite, us. The only thing that changes is the suffix. Ate, ick, ite, us. Okay, give these a go. Hit pause. All right, back from pause. See how you did. Okay, again, just cover up the H. That's phosphate, so phosphoric, ate, ick. Cover up the H. That's sulfite, sulfurous. Cover up the H. That one's not on your list, but you could guess it's going to be just like the chlorine series because you have the chlorine and the iodine elements in the same column. Excuse me. So that's perbromate, so perbromic. All right, we've gone through it all. See if you can come up with the names of these. Okay, hit pause. Give yourself a few minutes. Remember the first step, what type of compound is it? Then if it's ionic, you name the ions. There's 4 types of ions. If it's covalent, you just name it. And if it's an acid, you have to determine if it's binary or not. But use the flow chart. All right, now that you're back from hitting pause, let's see how you did. Ready? So NaI, okay, first thing, that's Na is a representative metal. That means this is ionic. Okay, so since it's a representative metal, we just call it sodium, and then remember you change the suffix to iodide, sodium iodide. It's not iodine, it's iodide. Okay, MnO2, manganese is, if you look on the periodic table, it's a transition metal. So we just can't call it manganese oxide, we have to come up with the charge. So I just wrote it in words here, but if you go back to those other slides, you can see it. But bottom line, oxygen is a -2. There's 2 of them. That means there's 4 negatives. That means there have to be 4 positives. There's only 1 manganese. Manganese 4 oxide. N2H4. So hydrogen's last here. That means hydrogen's a non-metal. The only time hydrogen acts like a metal is in an acid. So that's going to be, it's 2 nonmetals, so 2 nitrogens, 4 hydrogens. Di-nitrogen, tetra is 4, tetrahydride. All right, CaCO3. Okay, Ca is a representative metal, so that's just going to be called calcium. CO3 is a polyatomic ion called carbonate, so that's just calcium carbonate. Right? HiO4, this is an acid. It is not a binary acid because there's a polyatomic ion there. It's not just 2 elements, so cover the H. IO4 is periodate, so periodate becomes periodic. So it's pronounced periodic. It's weird, it's the same word as periodic. And then this one, all right, it's a joke. I couldn't make it all the way through without telling you a stupid joke. So BaNa2, yeah. All right, so if you have a tutor who's working with you, show them that. All right, that's it for nomenclature. So hopefully you've gotten what you need out of it. This is a practice 10,000 times kind of thing. So really practice it. Have that material out on the table while you're working on homework 8. You should be able to do homework 8 at this time. So at this time, I'm going to wish you well, and I'll see you on the next set of slides. Probably this is going to be after spring break now. Hope all of you are well.